Welcome back to Guns and Gear Network, everyone. Appreciate you tuning in. We are on video 8 of our M416 Overlanding Bugout trailer build. So if you see this video, you'll know, and you kept up with the old videos, you'll know that there's been a lot of progress done. And I'm still not done yet, but I wanted to kind of give everybody a brief overview of what I've got going on so far with it and how far we've come. So I'll tell you, it's been a fun project so far. A lot of sweat and a lot of time put into it, but overall not terrible. And just kind of want to give you a walk around and have you guys, if you want to ask some questions, you can. I'll kind of go over what I've done so far. Somebody's probably going to ask about these tires. I decided to keep the original factory wheels. I just think I kind of like the military look, and this was kind of common for these trailers, and I just had them sandblasted and I painted them to match the actual trailer itself. The tires, I went with a 7.50 by 16 Power King extra traction tire. This pattern has been seen in the military before. It's not the traditional Jeep style back in long ago, but it is a mud grip type pattern that the military has used as far as the pattern goes. So decided to do that. The tongue box is a Harbor Freight tongue box that I decided to get. Now I will tell you guys that the Harbor Freight tongue box has been used a lot in these trailer builds. One thing I noticed that I do not like, and I'll show you real quick. So when you unlock it, that's fine. It comes up, but now I can't remove my key. So if I turn it this way and remove the key, in other words, it has to be always, you have to always use your key to open it because it won't shut back. I wish it had a way where I could just leave it unlocked, but I can't. So I guess it's one way to make sure it's always locked, but I'd prefer it the other way. And I'll show you how I did the install on this. Some people may wonder how you, and everybody's application may be a little different, but I essentially bought these U-bolts and ran them through there like that on both sides of the frame. Depends on your frame configuration if you're going to be able to do that or not. But it turned out nice. Silver paint, again, that was the roll-on style. I bought the roll-on and the spray just as touch-up and blending some, if it had where you can see the roller marks or whatever. Talked about the trailer light guards, and I did go LED lights, so I don't have to worry about them hopefully for quite a while. Now the only disadvantage to LED lights, I will go ahead and tell you, you can't really replace bulbs in this. You got to replace the whole light. So I bought new reflectors. I decided to put a cow mat in this, and it's 3/4 inch thick, and I had to cut it long ways, and that was a pain in the rear. And because it fits so snug, it's not going to blow out or anything, even with it empty and nothing in it. So because it fits so snug in here, it would be nearly impossible to get this out to like wash and clean or anything like that. So I made these pull tabs out of 550 cord and some rubber hose, and on the back side I simply put a washer and a knot. And now I can put it back and pull it out and get a hold of this pretty easy to be able to remove it when I need to for cleaning or maintenance underneath and making sure that it still has not gotten rust or anything. This textured paint, again, I used it on the inside of the bed as well as the fenders. Turned out really nice. See that? That's that truck bed liner paint by Duplicolor. So everything's back new. One thing I did buy first was a Harbor Freight version of this, because I already had the weld-on piece there. You may want to do a bolt-on application, kind of up to you. If you change any of this, if you want the original military, then you won't have to worry about it because it usually has a landing leg. But somebody had already welded this, so I decided to utilize that application again. But the one I bought from Harbor Freight was too short. It was tall enough, but it was at its max capacity, so I couldn't get any more height out of it, and I just didn't like that because I wanted to make sure I could get this trailer even on level ground. And if it was leaning forward a little bit and downhill just a slight bit, I could not get it any higher. So you'd have to be on fairly level ground to begin with, and it still was not, probably about an inch too short, to be honest with you. But just kind of give you a walk around here. The wheel bearings. So I went and replaced all the wheel bearings. I did not replace the races. They seem pretty smooth. They were kind of a pain to get out, and I really didn't want to damage that hub assembly at all, trying to get those races out. I'll address that later if possible, but wound up just painting all the lug nuts, painting everything back. I put a new data plate on it, and I had these little bitty Allen screws that I used that I will wind up, I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but that's what I had some of these spare laying around to put it back on. It hadn't been stamped or anything, but I did buy a data plate just to kind of keep it looking original. I've got some decals that I'm going to put on the front of these boxes here that I think will look pretty cool. I'll show you guys that at a later time. But so far I'm very pleased with the way it's turned out. I am going to change this hitch probably to the Lynette again, but so far I just kind of left it as is just to be able to tow it and move it around and all that. But anyway, guys, just kind of want to give you an update where I'm at. As I add accessories and things like that, I've still got to add the top we spoke about earlier in another video, and I'll show you that once I get that installed. But and then I'm going to do ladder racks and some other things. I'll add some accessories, probably some jerry cans, things like that. But just wanted to give you an update. Tell me what you think, guys. Let me know in the comments below if you got any questions or comments. That's greatly appreciated. If you like our videos, give us a thumbs up. It's down there in that corner. Also down that corner is the share button. Share content. That helps us get the word out about Guns and Gear Network and is greatly appreciated. As always, guys, like, share, and subscribe. Bring another video shortly. Have a great day.